Isn't it interesting how people will invest in the stock market? They'll invest in gold and silver and bonds. They'll invest in a brand new car. They'll invest in a house. They'll invest in their kids' education. Yet, when it comes to investing in the most important person in the world, that's you and you and you, they always seem to have some excuse. They always seem to run away. Now, it is true that there are a lot of people out there who do some exercise and they try to take care of that physical body, and that's very important. But equally important is to take care of that mental body, that spirit, that mind, that confidence, that brain power that you have. There's a phrase, use it or lose it. You know what I mean? You know, that's true of every single one of us. Let me give you an example. And we talked about this before, but I'll make the point again. Toastmasters does a speaking program for young kids called Youth Leadership. And in this one program, they had a little girl named Mary. And Mary was a little girl, about 14 years old, really cute. And she came back to the club and she gave a speech to 25 adults, which is pretty impressive for a 14-year-old kid. And I don't remember exactly what she said, but I do remember at the end of the meeting, she got up, and usually we have the guests stand up, and she said, "Oh, thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. I hope you invite me back so I can speak again." Then her mother stood up, and she says, "Oh, thank you for having Mary as a guest tonight. She really did a great job, but I hope you never invite me back to speak to you again." And it got a little chuckle, just sort of like that. But I thought to myself, what happens in between 14 and 44? What happens between young Mary and older mom? You know, what happens to that enthusiasm and confidence and energy and brain power that we had as a kid, but we've lost? And it's a shame. This place should be packed. We should have 440 people here just clamoring to come in, but they've lost it because they haven't used it over the years. You know, now that I've talked about generalities, let's talk about specifics. How many people here, and I want you to raise your hand, how many people here have a job or you're looking for a job? Raise your hand. Probably quite a few. We got a few retirees, but that's okay. Membership in Toastmasters will not only look good on your resume, but if you're a club officer, if you have some sort of leadership position, if you earn all of these awards, that tells your employer now or your potential employer down the road that, you know what, I want to improve, I want to grow, I don't want to just stay the same. I want to be better, I want to have that opportunity for promotion later on. I talked to a woman, her name was Diane, at Concordia Publishing House. That's my wife's company. And Diane is a CSR, customer service rep. She talks to customers. And that's very important. And I was trying to talk Diane into joining Toastmasters, and I said, "Diane, do you want to be answering the phone for the next 30 years talking to customers?" And she said, "Well, no, I guess I don't." I said, "Well, join Toastmasters," and you know what she did? On the other hand, I've seen salesmen at CPH. Their boss, the vice president of sales, say, "You know what? You need to work on your presentation skills. You need to go to Toastmasters." They've come here one time. They never came back. They got fired. You're in competition with 100 people, maybe 1,000 other people, maybe tens of thousands of people today. You need that little extra thing that Toastmasters can give you. We have a lot of people coming to Toastmasters because they're trying to work on a business, they're trying to bring in customers, and they need to make a presentation. To do that, Toastmasters is a great place to do it. 2 million people lost their jobs this year. Please invest in yourself. One of the other main reasons people join Toastmasters is fear. In the book called The Book of Lists by David Walachinsky, he lists the top 10 fears, and we've already talked about this, but I'll go through it really quickly. The number 3 fear is the fear of insects and bugs. The number 2 fear is the fear of heights. The number 1 fear is the fear of public speaking. That's why a lot of people aren't here. They have that fear. They don't want to take that chance. Yet most of us at some point in our life, we have to make a presentation at work. We need to make a toast, maybe at a wedding. We have a report. We need to stand up for a committee. But that fear we have can be devastating to us. Fear is such a tyrannical master that I've even written a book about it. It's called Scared Speechless: How to Conquer Your Fear of Public Speaking, 40 Techniques to Get Your Butterflies Flying in Formation. Technique number 25 is join Toastmasters. If you're afraid, Toastmasters will take care of that fear. I guarantee in a year, you'll come back and you'll say, thank you, Tom, this was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. By the way, you can download this book for free on the southcountytoastmasters.org website. Just go to Member Resources and click on the link for the free book. So, another great reason to join Toastmasters is if you need to work on your English skills. We have a lot of people who come from foreign countries, a lot of people who have English as a second language, China, India, you name it, they've been here. We can really help people with their English skills. Also, at this point, would all of our guests, anybody who is a non-Toastmaster, please stand up. Please just stand up for a second here. All right, Toastmasters, let's give them a thunderous round of applause just for being here tonight. Yay! All right, go ahead. Isn't that nice? I got some nice smiles out of that. That's one of the great things about Toastmasters. Every time you stand up and give a speech or something, you get applause. I mean, it's really great. I remember going to my first Toastmaster meeting 25 years ago, and I came up, you know, and you're scared and you're nervous, and I gave my little speech, and I got all of this applause, and I said, wow, this is nice. You know, when was the last time you got applause? Could be years, maybe decades. Well, in Toastmasters, we get applause all the time. We get pats on the back. We get recognition for the job we're doing. It's a great thing to have every week. Another great feature about Toastmasters is feedback. If you're a Toastmaster, you get feedback in the form of an evaluation from an evaluator. We might get little 20 slips of papers from the different Toastmasters on what we did. We also get evaluated by our video camera that we use. You might ask, well, why is feedback so important? Well, I'll tell you why. Because no matter how good you think you are, your mother and your friends and your co-workers have been lying to you for years. I hate to tell you this, but they don't want to tell you the truth. They don't want to hurt your feelings. You ever watch American Idol? Especially at the beginning of the season, and they have these terrible speakers. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Climb every mountain, walk every stream. Randy and Paula and Simon, they are laughing out loud. It is so funny. It's ridiculous, but the people who are singing, they're standing in disbelief. They say, Simon, you don't know what you're talking about. My mother says I am the greatest. Here's another good case. I went to a wedding a few years ago, and the minister was a member of the family. Was a relative of the groom, and so I said, all right, this is going to be a very personal, very interesting, very exciting, fun sort of wedding. But what I got was the most boring and repetitious. It was just terrible. It was just like a ritual. This guy literally read the wedding from a book. My friends, we are here today to join this woman and man in holy matrimony. So inside, you know, my brain, I'm screaming, get this guy off. Oh my God, how long is he going to go on? What do you think my wife did? The wedding is over, you know, we're all sort of mingling around. She goes up to the minister, and what do you think she says? Oh, I really enjoyed that. Thank you for the lovely service.